Hello and welcome back to Sprite Guard Plays Vagante. I'm going to play around with the deprived class a little bit because I actually really like this character. She starts out with nothing but an affinity point, which I'm going to put my first one, I think, into vitality, and that will increase our maximum health. Now, what I like about this character is that she has this unarmed strike, which is actually very quick. And so, it's actually very much in line with how I usually play the archer when I'm not actually using her ranged attack. And so this character has a similar fast playstyle. And the main thing that I dislike about the knight is the slow attack that he has. And so having a short-range character without a bow or anything, but that has a really fast main attack, even though it doesn't do very much damage, I still like that quite a bit more. That scroll of teleport will be very useful if we make it into the forest, because there are things in the forest that will eat you, and the only way to get out of them is with... Well, the only way I know of, or the easiest way I know of, is with a scroll of teleport. Now, I didn't really want to face our boss this early, so I'm going to see if I can get out of here and hopefully find a little bit more in the way of treasure. I don't know of any way to trigger this trap, so I'm just going to have to hope. Alright, so I actually managed to trigger 2 of those safely. And that's a sword. Let's see if I can pick it up. Well, that was a lot of damage taken for very little purpose, but I think I learned a little bit more about the controls. I was trying to do the wrong inputs, did kind of the wrong timings as well. So let's equip the bomb, equip the broadsword. Normal attack speed, greatly increased knockback. We might end up actually unequipping that, which, let me see, yeah, we can do that. Let's check out our potions. Nothing super useful, though that feather fall may become useful at some point. So, plus 10 to jump height, plus 1 to speed, plus 2 to stability. Can't afford them, so not much point. Potion of magic, not very useful. Kingly boots, can't afford them, but I would really like them. That would let me charge up damage. So let's see if we can get in a position where we can fight the boss with the bomb, and just try and use the range on the sword to compensate, because I would like to learn how to use a slower weapon. Now, I don't want to unleash the fairy until I have someplace to put her. I do like also that this does a lot of knockback. Cannot use melee attacks, but ranged attacks improved. That's useless. There is a thief. Okay, let's see if I can... Oh! That was exactly what I didn't want to do. Oh, this is going pretty badly. I can try and get some of my money back and maybe defeat this thief? Oh, that was some damage, I think I did manage actually to get my gold back. And there is the exit. So we now have a clear route to the exit. I may just want to take the ferry and run, since, yeah, things are going quite badly right now. And that missed jump is not going to do me any favors. So I think it is time to grab the ferry and try to get out of here intact, which is going to require both skill and luck. But there we go. Alright, that will give us a pretty solid heal, though we won't get a skill point because we didn't defeat the boss, and we don't get anything from the boss chest, so we gotta do better on this one. And I don't know what it's gonna take. So that is going to hurt me badly. Yeah. Didn't really know how to avoid it, but gotta practice avoiding those things because they are quite dangerous, but they can be dealt with. The knockback on this thing is very useful. That's okay, that's not especially useful. We'll deal with this bat first and then try to deal with that fire beetle. And that's one way of dealing with them, because they do kind of have an expiration date that is very helpful. So I want to get this bat down to where I can fight it on level ground. And this sword does enough damage that I really can take them out in one hit, which is very nice. And I almost didn't grab onto the ladder there, which would have probably been... Okay, well, I got the health back from the fairy, so that wouldn't have been the end of me, but it would have been another unfortunate event. Now, let's see... That slime spiked itself. The bat was not too difficult to deal with. I don't want to deal with the piranha, but I think I can. There was a little bit too much lag on that, unfortunately, but I didn't take too much damage. So this is the worm. I have a pretty good plan for dealing with the worm. But I think for now I'm going to avoid the baby worms. And let's see... You I can fight kind of on my own terms. Ah! The worm... yeah, that was unfortunate. That worm kind of showed up at a time when I wasn't prepared for it. So I need to be more prepared for dealing with things outside of my fog of war. And I'm taking a bunch more damage. Let's see if we can get this chest. There we go. Smoking leather armor. So what does that do? Attackers will sometimes be frozen, +1 defense, +2 dexterity. Alright. So that's one more piece in the puzzle of how we're going to defeat the worm. And there's stuff coming from all sides. That was a very useful proc from my smoking jacket. Is that what it's called? Smoking leather armor. Smoking jacket is something very different. Please be a heal. It's a heal. Alright. So now we just need to find more of those. And gradually this run is starting to come together. So that did not trigger... Let's see. Oh! Well, that was kind of an unfortunate way for that to end. I thought I could... I don't know what I was thinking. I wanted to try and trigger the arrow trap without getting hit by it, but I didn't want to jump right over the spikes, so I jumped next to them, but I wasn't thinking about the knockback on the arrows. And so the knockback on the arrow pushed me onto the spikes. So I feel like I could have made something happen there. I wasn't in a great position, but I have more luck against the worm than against the Goblin King, so I would have liked to have been able to at least try to make something of that. But little by little I'm making progress through this game. Little by little I'm learning all of the different interactions, and there are a lot of interactions, so just seeing a few every time, it's going to take me a while to learn my way around all of them. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any thoughts about the episode, I would love to hear about them in the comments, but most of all, have a great rest of your day.